What, I can't harvest anything?
That was... close one.
I don't remember at what point the party changed, but whatever. Oh god. I hate mission grades. Anyway, playthrough time was an E. Oh dear. Yes, yes, my mission grades are probably going to suck. B is probably like the best I can hope for. And that's only probably because I had 0 casualties the second time round. Anyway. I don't get too hung up on that kind of stuff. I never have with games. Defeat 30 enemies ace. Okay. Cool. Oh. It's quite early in the game for Mega Elixirs.
This sucks.
Is she dead, or was she just so casual about the fact that she has special powers that she didn't really care?
Who are you people? Those red cloaks.
No way.
Ninetail is down! Communication lost with Qun'mi!
Impossible! What's going on out there?
The Vermilion Bird Crystal is fully restored! Magic readings in all sectors! Wait, point 68. A Lassie? A Vermilion Bird Lassie! I've lost contact with the 204th and 208th!
Get our men out of there! Attention all units in Dominion territory. Halt all military operations, and withdraw at once!
Retreat! Retreat!
Send HQ a code 991. We're transitioning to Operation Northern Dawn.
Sir!
To come this far just to be turned back.
6 hours into the operation, Rubrum's Agito Cadet Class 0 achieved its objective, and the Dominion succeeded in taking back its territory. It was here that Class 0 made its first mark in the pages of history.
Ah, right, okay. Now it all makes sense.
Misfortune has befallen Akademia and the Dominion at large. The Militesi Empire has broken the quadripartite Crystal States Pact, which was forged through the courage and wisdom of our forebearers. Because of this deplorable, gravely unwarranted, and unforgivable breach of faith, we have all lost many friends and loved ones. And yet, here I stand before you, proof that your strength of heart, your pure and noble desire to protect our beloved Rubrum and the Vermilion Bird Crystal was strong enough to win Akademia back from our enemy. I wish to express my heartfelt gratitude to the valiant warriors who accomplished this great feat. However, we must also not forget those who fell in this terrible battle.
Okay, nice speech.
Drive out the Militesi forces that still unlawfully occupy our territories, and liberate our villages, cities, and citizens that continue to suffer at the hands of the Empire. Rubrum is not in this alone. All of Orience must confront this challenge. I hope that you will all remember this as a new...
Chancellor! Anathemic readings in Lorca.
What?
The cutscenes are so abrupt. Stop-start all the time.
One day, Historians may refer to this as Tempus Finis.
Nonsense. This is not the beginning of the end. It is the first ray of hope, one that we've brought forth.
You see what I mean? They last very short, and then they have long blackouts, and they fade into another scene. It's a bit weird.
In 842 RG, an Ultima bomb, powerful enough to obliterate an entire continent, was dropped on the Black Peristilium in Lorica. In the blink of an eye, the Lorican Alliance, which had stood proud for 700 years, was completely erased from the continent of Orience.
Okay, it's like a Hiroshima incident. And we've entered Class 0. Okay, so that's the first chapter completed. Where are we going with this?
Raise the Vermilion Banner.
Let's do that.
Fearing an attack with a second Ultima bomb, the Kingdom of Concordia, home to the Azure Peristilium, began defending the airspace over its territory and that of the Dominion of Rubrum. Concerned the war might spread to other nations, Concordia sought an immediate cessation of hostilities, but was rejected outright by the Dominion of Rubrum. With large portions of land occupied by the Empire, the Dominion was reluctant to accept a ceasefire, as that would be a silent concession to the Empire's act of aggression. The Consortium of Eight, Rubrum's supreme ruling council, spent several days debating how to recover their lost territory.
See what I mean? 10 seconds fade, 10 seconds fade, 10 seconds fade.
With our force's current state, do you really believe we can defeat the Empire in a full-scale conflict?
We'll have to abandon our outer territories and focus on defending the capital and retaking key strategic areas.
We can make up for our disadvantage in numbers with l'Cie. The Empire already unleashed a l'Cie on us during this invasion. We're lucky that it wasn't a Primus. If they want to throw dirt at us, I say we just throw it right back at them.
My, you've quite the sense of humor. Do you really think a l'Cie would accede to the wishes of the Consortium?
Why not? The Vermilion Bird Crystal was attacked by an enemy l'Cie. It was put in danger. There's no way that its l'Cie could refuse to aid us in this situation.
And if the l'Cie operated by that logic, you might actually have a point.
Only the Vermilion Bird Crystal has the power to direct the l'Cie to help us. And the wills or won'ts surrounding that do not a productive discussion make.
Might I offer a suggestion? I understand the cadets who were involved in the liberation of the capital were unaffected by the jammer and managed to repel the White Tiger l'Cie. Can we create more soldiers with the same magic technology used to create them?
Sorry I'm late.
I'm not going to try and pronounce that name.
You can't simply repeat what I've done with the children. And the tech itself is classified. Disclosure is out of the question.
Dr. Aracia, have you learned anything about the crystal jammer?
Very little, I'm afraid. I can say with certainty, though, that no human could operate the jammer. It would take a lessee. However, my scanners haven't detected any major disruptions since Lorica's little disappearing act. Based on the data, I believe that something has happened to the lessee, and the jammer is inoperable.
Even if that's true, do you have an actual plan to get us out of this current mess?
Just deploy the cadets. I believe that is the best way to turn the tide of battle without compromising our defenses.
Undeniably, the Agito cadets would make for a potent implement of war, but...
Would it not be seen as an expansion of the role of those defending the peristilium?
No. If the lessee won't help us, what choice do we have?
Very well. Shall we defer to the Chancellor's judgment?
The Dominion's very existence is imperiled. Each of us will be put to trial. Even the Agito cadets. And if Rubrum is at stake, they would welcome those challenges.
Very well, then. Shall we make it official?
Yes, let's. These transitions look like my really bad ones when I'm trying to make video game movies. When I don't have a choice because of the gameplay, I have to kind of put in fades to make it a bit easier and less jarring. It just doesn't seem natural. Crazy camera. Okay, so we have a bit of information about the cadets now, and it seems like they're kind of engineered Metal Gear Solid style. I guess that kind of makes them a bit disposable as well, relative to others. But they have special powers, so they can definitely do some interesting stuff. To be fair, I have to admit, I don't, in general, whether it be movies or video games, I'm not really too much of a fan of like war type stuff. You know, governments and politics and wars and factions and nations and armies and all this kind of stuff. It's not really my kind of story. Hence why Final Fantasy XII wasn't the most appealing in terms of story to me. But a lot of people do like it, and I'm going to obviously continue playing. It's not like it's not a problem for me, but in terms of enjoyment, it's not quite the same. Anyway, Aki, wow, I didn't believe the rumours about Crimson Clad Cadets slashing the White Tiger of the Sea. But here you are, Class 0 in the flesh. I'm Aki from Class 1st. It's an honour. Why don't I show you around? This is Akademia, home to the Vermilion Peristilium. Your homeroom should be just through the entrance and down the hall to the left. Okay, so you actually get to go to this thing. You haven't met your CO yet. You won't be officially registered as a cadet until you do. Okay. Wait, if we've done something so cool, aren't we meant to be like the cool kids around here? Why are people still showing us around? Our privileges come with plenty of responsibilities too, but we cadets are all here to look out for each other, so don't be a stranger. I shan't. Okay. Map of Orients. Okay. It's a big old place. But where am I going now? Whoops. I went to see if there was a button to make the radar appear and disappear. If you ever get lost, you can always check your map for your next destination. Okay. But what does that mean? What kind of a map is that? I guess it means I just have extremely linear paths, so it doesn't really matter either way. Kupo!
Kupo?
Sup? I don't believe we met before, Kupo. I'm the Moogle in charge of Class 1st. Wow. Do we have a Moogle in charge of Class 0? I hope so. It's like Hogwarts, really, when you think about it. It's like Ravenclaw. This sounds a lot like a track from Final Fantasy X in the background. I can't put my finger on when it is, but it does sound very similar. So how many classes are there? Yo. I'm not trying to start something, but my bros have been pumping some mad iron lately, Kupo. They're totally determined to prove they're just as good as you dudes. I don't know what the numbering system is based on. I don't know if we're like the most senior ones, or if we're class 0, we're like the first ones that were created. I don't really know. I'll have to find out, because some of these people look more like adults. Like this bro, for example. Anyway, it seems like there's endless people to talk to here, so I'm just gonna progress. Okay, right, I see. I guess because it's linear, you can just head through like this. Where do you think you're going? Classroom 0 is that way, Kupo. Which way? But oh, okay, right. Okay. I think I'm learning Kupo. Classroom 7th and 8th. I don't think so. But how do I get through to... Alright, okay, hold on. I'm figuring out this map system. There you are, Ace. I've been waiting for you, darling. Before you officially register as a cadet, there's something your mother would like to know. I have to warn you that 2 new cadets will be joining you, dears, in Class 0. They may don the same crimson capes, but don't be fooled, they are nothing like you. You've been doing an excellent job collecting Phantoma. Those 2 new kids will be assisting in Harvest, but they don't know what Phantoma is, and I'd prefer it if they'd remained unaware. Okay. Other than you 12, so it was 12, only a handful of elite researchers are privy to information about Phantoma. You dears receive certain privileges because you're special, but those 2 new ones are not. Our research is strictly confidential, and I would hate for any secrets to get out, so do your poor mother a favour and keep this information to yourself. You'll do that for me, won't you, darling? I'll do my best. Do you have anything else?
You look well.
Oh man, I wish there was a bit more dialogue here. Okay. I can't read everything. Playthrough would never end that way. Alright, darling. She is rather fabulous. That's not the right way. Oh. I think I'll save. I think now that we've officially kind of got going with the game now, I think it's a good time to end the first session. And we will continue next time. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.